Saria Hassan and her daughter Soraya were surprised to be suddenly homeless.
I was wrongfully evicted from my apartment, and once I was evicted, I didn't know where to turn to, who to go to. After being in my own place for 2 years, losing everything at once, I didn't know where to go. We slept in our car for the next 2 days. Knowing that I had a daughter looking up to me, I knew I had to keep going. And I knew if I was to crash or just say I don't want to do this anymore, she's gonna crash and she's not gonna want to do anything anymore, and I couldn't let that happen.
Inspired by her daughter, Saria learned of a local nonprofit named HomeStart. The program's mission is to prevent and treat child abuse by addressing poverty, unsafe living conditions, lack of affordable housing, emotional needs, and unemployment, while also promoting self-sufficiency for mothers in need of help.
How do we stop that cycle of poverty, abuse, neglect? How do we do something meaningful? And the way to do that is housing with wraparound services that meets every possible need.
HomeStart does just that. Within 2 days of being evicted, Saria and Soraya were housed with a roommate. Later, with another assist from HomeStart, they were able to move into their own apartment in this home. Soraya had never had a dining room table.
So when we walked in, she was totally surprised. She was like, "Oh, we got a bed, we got a table." Immediately called her grandma to tell her that she got a table, she could eat at the table. So it was really good. It's like the little things that count with us. We didn't have a kitchen table when we had an apartment. And so like how we have one now, she's able to eat at a table.
With help from the Lucky Duck Foundation, there is housing here for multiple mothers with children.
They helped us with the rehabilitation of this property that we're here right now. So we got a very significant grant for the acquisition rehab of more housing. And I say, what's the solution to homelessness? You got to add more front doors. You've got to add more warm beds. And that has to happen, and they helped us do that.
It's difficult to measure just how much a safe home and a new start means to this young family, but there are visual cues.
To see that magic in her face and that they have that sense of family and normalcy and community and home, that's my why.
HomeStart is about much more than housing. Alexis Leftridge and her son were referred to HomeStart from a local shelter where they were staying.
His name is Jaden. He is 6 years old. He is actually in kindergarten. He's very bright, smart, very energetic. I'm raised to not take any help from anybody and to do what's right for me and to figure it out on my own. But then once I became homeless, that's when everything changed. I needed help. I needed someone to, give me a chance.
HomeStart gave Alexis that chance and much more.
You can find anything that you want. Men's clothing, women's clothing, children's clothing.
In Normal Heights, the HomeStart thrift store employs women with children in need of help. So after being housed, Alexis began working there. Then she was promoted to manager of HomeStart's candle-making enterprise, which is right out back of the thrift store.
With HomeStart, I feel blessed that I was able to have the opportunity to get off the street or get out of the shelters with my son, because that's not the life that I want for him. That's not the life that I want for myself. So I'm just blessed to be working for and to be living in one of their properties.
HomeStart's staff works with young families to set them up in a way that leads to permanent, sustainable housing.
Every young woman that enters one of our housing programs, they work with their case manager and create an individualized transitional living plan. And so we'll train you, we'll give you that support, you'll learn how to have a job, hard skills, soft skills, and this is a great place for you to grow and thrive and eventually move on to another job.
Make sure that the WIC is centered.
I'm incredibly proud of her and how far she's come with us.
Alexis and Jaden, Saria and Soraya. They are just 4 examples of the success of this program.
it added more life into her, like where I didn't really have to be on the streets struggling, trying to find us a place to go every single night and stuff like that. And her not being able to be a kid, she's been able to be a kid.
My ultimate goal is that, you know, they get what we all want, right? Which is a warm, safe place to call home, employment that makes them happy, they get meaning from, and you know, that they can build a safe and a beautiful life for themselves and their children and their future generations.
The unified work of the Lucky Duck Foundation and Home Start is designed to end the cycle of homelessness for many generations to come.